I'm Wendy from Shiny Happy World, and in this video I'm going to show you how to assemble the snail pattern if you are using a light box. Alright, this is the video showing how to assemble the snail pattern if you are using a light box. So first of all, let me describe my light box setup here. I've got a few different layers. So at the very bottom I have my light box and I have the brightness turned all the way up. On top of that, I have a tempered glass cutting board. You do not need this. I use it because my video recording area is quite some distance from my ironing board, and I was having trouble transferring things from the light box to the ironing board when I had to walk down a long hallway for that. So this way I can keep everything on the tempered glass, and I can actually fuse it right on the glass with my iron because it is tempered. So on top of that, we've got the placement guide, and then on top of that, you have a clear silicone sheet. So everything there is necessary except for that tempered glass cutting board. I've got all of my pieces cut out and ready to fuse. So I printed my pattern pieces onto the paper side of paper-backed fusible adhesive. I use Heat and Bond Light in all of my quilts. And then I roughly cut out each piece, fused it to the back of my fabric, and then did a nice clean cut on all of the solid lines. So you'll see some dotted lines within each of the pieces. You can ignore those. Those are only there for placement guides for people who are not using a light box, but you do not need them. So we are ready to go. So I'm going to start with piece number 1, which is the big snail body. We're just going to lay that down so that it's lined up with the placement guide underneath. So number 2, so the pieces, the numbers indicate what piece is what, but they also tell you in what order you're going to lay everything down. So piece number 2 is up here. And I'm just going to tuck that behind the head there, a little bit there. It would have been covered up by piece number 3, but I'm going to just do that anyway. Piece number 3. Here we go. Now, piece number 4 is his eye. This is really a small piece. If you don't want to outline such a small piece, there are options. The pattern has links to a post that has all kinds of different options you can do instead of applique. So you can use some fabric paint, fabric markers. I've got links to posts where I've tested my favorites, and you can embroider it. You can use a special kind of fusible adhesive, the Heat and Bond Ultra Hold. Does not need to be sewn around and it will stay fused, but you need to be careful if you are ever going to throw your quilt into a hot dryer because that could melt that adhesive back away. But the post has all different kinds of options. So now we're doing piece number 5, which is the start of the snail shell. And then number 6 is actually the kind of the ridge where the snail shell covers the body. And then number 7, these just get all the different rings of shell here. And I just alternated between darker and lighter versions of the same color. These are all from the Beat blenders from my farmer's market collection. So since they're all different shades of the same hue, they will all work well together, which is handy. All right, and then one more, just this little knob at the end for piece 9. All right, there we go. Now I'm going to fuse this down right on the board, right on this silicone mat. Just use your iron, follow the directions for whatever brand of fusible adhesive you are using. Fuse it down. All the pieces are going to fuse together. Let it cool, and then you can peel it up off of the block. And position it on your final block, in which case you'll want to tip it so that the body, the foot of the snail, is going flat. You'll see that on the finished block. So fuse it into place on your block, then do all the outline stitching, and then I will bring it back here and show you the finished snail block. All right, here is the finished snail, all done, all fused, outlined, and I even added a little catch light to his eye. The pattern does have a link to a tutorial, a post that shows you 3 different ways that you can add that little white highlight. You can get the pattern at shinyhappyworld.com. I'm Wendy, and I will see you next time.